Today I'm trying something a little bit different. First of all, I've got to get my 4 Shetland ponies harnessed up, booted up, and ready to head out on the roads and trails. But then also today I thought I'd add a challenge and take my 4 dogs with me as well. The 4 Shetlands I'm taking are Seb, Bridget, Etta and Sparrow, and I'm going to be putting them in a new formation that I haven't tried with them before. Those of you familiar with carriage driving will know it as 4 in hand, but it's basically where you have 2 in front and then 2 behind. I actually want them to be able to switch between going 4 abreast, which is 4 in a line across, and the 4 in hand formation in one move. But this is just the first go, so we're going to stick to having them 2 and 2, so 4 in hand for today. The ponies are good to go, so now it's time to set up the dogs. Now, I haven't done this before, so I am a rookie. I am just trying to get them set up. So I bought some harnesses from Non-Stop Dogwear. These are purpose-built padded harnesses for the dogs. And the idea with the dogs is that they're going to be able to do the same as the ponies. So the plan is to be able to do half the route with the ponies and then half the route with the dogs in front. But it's quite a big challenge because I think you're supposed to try just one dog at a time. But me being me, I feel like I should just take all 4 at once and, see how it goes. I'm going to take just my 4 big dogs. So Doug, the Vizsla, Nancy, the Dalmatian, Luna, the Labrador, and Tati Hound, my little rescue hound that came all the way from Cyprus. All these breeds of dog are athletic. They're designed to run many miles and they thrive on lots of exercise and activity. So I think they're all going to be well up for this new challenge. And as for my Dachshunds and Louis the cat, well, they've got other ideas back at home, probably causing mischief. With just a few final adjustments to make sure that everything is fitting perfectly, we're finally ready for the off. Now I just have to get myself organised. I used to love running and would go out quite regularly, but a few injuries and aches and pains and years later, I don't even own a pair of running shoes anymore. So jeans will have to do for today. I am excited about going out with my dogs and horses though, because I think it might be a really fun way to get running again with their company, as it's always better when you've got your friends with you. The hardest bit is definitely when you first set off. It's so easy to get the reins in a muddle and the dogs get in a muddle and we all just end up in a big mess. But once we're out, and then things start to settle down. Today's order is Seb and Bridget up front, as they're the more experienced ponies. And then I've got Etta and Sparrow behind them. Then me, and then the 4 dogs. Now I have actually been teaching the dogs to go in formation as well. So the idea is they go 2 by 2, just like the ponies. Luna and Tati are meant to be up front, with Doug and Nancy behind. But as you can see, it's not quite there yet. And that's because adding the ponies at the same time gives a different feel to the dogs. So although they can do it really well off my push bike, when you add the ponies, it's just different. So that's okay, as this is the first time we've tried all together. I reckon in time they'll get it. We're doing a valley loop today, so although you can't really see in the video, it's incredibly steep. We're making our way right down to the bottom of the valley before heading up the other side. Only about 15 minutes into our trip, and I've already got soaking wet shoes, socks, and I'm definitely regretting wearing jeans. The dogs can't understand why we have to go through this muddy puddle when there's a perfectly good path that goes around it. But it wasn't wide enough for the ponies, so we're all in it together. Much to the disgust of my Dalmatian, Nancy, who never gets muddy. We are now well and truly off-road and heading up the valley the other side. You can really see the hoof boots coming into their own, as it would be very easy for one of the ponies to pick up a bruise from one of these stones. But because the ponies have boots on all 4 feet, I don't have to worry about that, as I know they've got the protection they need. Finally, we make it to the top after all that climbing, and we can now enjoy a nice flat section, which is the perfect place for us to pick up the pace a little bit.
Put it all behind. Remember you
ponies are doing brilliantly as we make our way down to the valley bottom again before we make a changeover. We've just got one more river to cross. I think the ponies love the water. Well, let's just say they love the water a little bit more than my dogs do. Poor old Nancy, she's not sure about all this. We found a good place to stop, and now it's time to change the ponies and dogs around. So I've taken all the reins off the ponies, and it's now time to set up the dogs in their formation. So they're actually going to go in front and have lines on as well. The lines are different for the dogs, as they're actually going to pull me along a little bit, or that's the plan anyway. But of course my dogs haven't done it before, so they may not do any pulling at all. But that's the goal. It's actually a thing called Canicross. So where you're supposed to run along and the dog kind of aids you in your running, which makes running a little bit easier, and it gives the dogs that nice bit of purpose as well. I set off up the hill, and it's not long before the dogs grasp the concept of what they're supposed to be doing. I think they're going to be really good at it. Once we get to the top and off the stony terrain, we pick up the pace a little bit. I enjoy jogging along with the dogs. It's really nice watching them in front of me and having the ponies behind. Doug, my Vizsla, seems to be taking to the idea of pulling really well. He's definitely taking up the slack. Whereas Luna and Nancy, the Labrador and Dalmatian, are a little bit more inclined to sit on the harness, so we're going to need a little bit more practice. Together, we've covered 8 kilometres today of quite challenging terrain. Now we're back home, it's time to get everybody unharnessed, and they definitely have earned themselves a nice rest. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you on the next one.